and today we're going to be doing a 360 virtual capture of a RV. What we have here is a Tiffin Class A motorhome. All the equipment we need is our mobile phone, so a smartphone, Android or iOS, as well as a 360 camera to get the panoramic shots of the interior of the vehicle. All of your settings are going to be preset in advance during the onboarding. So you're going to have all of your step-by-step photography, step-by-step photos preset in your settings, so that when you're actually out here on the lot to take the photos, you don't have to make any decisions. You just follow the prompts on the app. Hello guys, my name is Keian with Glow 3D, and today we're going to be doing a 360 virtual capture of a RV. What we have here is a Tiffin Class A motorhome, and all the equipment we need is our mobile phone, so a smartphone, Android or iOS, as well as a 360 camera to get the panoramic shots of the interior of the vehicle. I have a Insta360 X4 model here, as well as a monopod that can hold the camera up inside the vehicle. So what we're going to do is open up the app and start the capture process. Either you can search up the VIN number right from your dashboard here, or you can just start the process and enter the stock number or VIN number manually. I'm going to skip this for now, and we're going to do a multi-image 360 capture. You're going to select what vehicle type or what RV type you have. In this case, we have a Class A motorhome, and once you turn over your phone, you're going to see all the different steps that are available to you. All of your settings are going to be preset in advance during the onboarding. So you're going to have all of your step-by-step photography, step-by-step photos preset in your settings, so that when you're actually out here on the lot to take the photos, you don't have to make any decisions. You just follow the prompts on the app. So it's super simple. Let's get started. When we start the capture here, it's going to let us know which side to start from. Actually letting us know to start from the driver's side. So we're going to go around to the other side. I'm going to leave the camera right here, and we're going to start from the driver's side. All right, now, here you're going to see that we don't have too much space, and we want to make sure one really important thing is that the RV is kept in the frame for every single shot that you take. So we're going to change the camera type here to ultra wide. This will give us a little more space, make sure that we keep the car in frame and there's nothing cut off when you're taking the 360 photos. From there, I'm just going to line up the car as much as I can with the green outline and go ahead and take that frame. And then it's going to prompt you step by step to take each frame with its own individual outline. And we're going to go through that 16 times to get all the exterior shots. There is one other capture method that you can do, which is called a walk-around method, which is used if you guys have a gimbal. You guys can use that method as well. But this multi-image shot is a lot more consistent and allows you to take each frame individually to make sure that nothing is missed and that the vehicle is kept in frame the entire time. So I'm trying to go as evenly spaced as I can as I'm walking around the vehicle. And at the bottom left of the screen, I'm going to see a green dot, and that'll show me where I am or where I should be standing relative to the vehicle. So for this one here, we're going to be flush, basically straight shot to the RV, and then we're going to continue on to our next shot. All right, guys, so that's it for the 360 photo. At this point, it's going to process on your phone, and you're going to actually see a preview of what you have just captured. You can see all the frames that you just took. You can go through them one by one. And at this point, you can review everything, make sure that you're happy with all the frames you got. If you need to retake any photos, you can go ahead and click retake current or retake all on the bottom left of the screen, and that'll let you retake the whole process. But I'm very happy with these shots. Everything looks good. All the frames are cover the whole entire RV, and there's nothing cut out. And there's no blurry frames either. So we're gonna go ahead and click the next step. Now you're gonna see we're in the exterior close-ups, and when I click start, it's gonna go ahead and prompt me to take the steps. So from here, all I wanna do is point and shoot, follow the steps. If it's asking me to take a photo of anything that this specific type or this specific RV doesn't have, I can always skip it. But for this one here, you can see that it has steps. I'm gonna go ahead and take that photo. Then you're gonna notice that it actually shows me a preview on each photo. I can either retake this or click next if I'm happy with it. And now it's gonna ask for a model tag for this vehicle. I don't wanna take any model tag because I don't want that to show up on the website. We have another section in our platform called internal photos, which can be added and can be taken throughout the process. So if there's any photos that you wanna take of the vehicle or of the RV that you don't want to show up on your website, you can use this tool for that exact purpose. For now, I'm gonna click next. And then we've got the entry door awning. Right now, the entry door awning is closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. Give me 1 minute. Perfect. From there, I'm going to switch the camera type to ultra wide. It gives me a better field of view. I'm going to go ahead and take that photo and click next. Now we also have awning. So for this specific motorhome, the entryway awning and the main awning are the same. It's only one. So I'm just going to click next and skip this one. The next section here is going to ask me to take a photo of the slide toppers. As you can see, this is going to be covering the topper here. If you want, you can take it from down here. Or if you want, you can also use the ladder to get a better view, which I'm going to do right now. Just be careful when you're doing this and get a nice photo from the awning topper. All right, next up we got the side view cameras. So let's go back to the front of the vehicle. Capture that, which is right on the side view mirrors. Click next. And here's a good example where it's prompting me to take external speakers, but this RV doesn't have any external speakers. So I'm gonna go ahead and click skip and just go straight to the next shot. Close the awning for a second there. Same with external TV. This RV doesn't have an external TV, so we're gonna go next. It doesn't have any window awnings. Now we got the front wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and take the front wheel. Perfect. Now we've got the passenger mid compartment. So I'm gonna go ahead here and open up these doors, get a good view from all of the compartments here. And there you go. And then I can always switch it if I need to the ultra wide, but I think for this one, I'm gonna stick with the standard and then get a good shot of this. Next up, we've got the rear wheel and dual axle. So I'm gonna go ahead and close these and get a photo of the rear wheel. You can either get one straight on like this, or you can get it from underneath if you wanna show that the vehicle has rear dual axles. Now we've got the rear passenger compartments, which is just this extra storage right in the back. And we're moving on. Next up, tow hitch. It's gonna be right here. And the rear camera, as you can see, is gonna be right up here. I'm just gonna get a close-up of this, or if I want to, I could also take a step up here and get a better angle. Perfect. All right, let's move on. Got the driver rear compartments, which are these two compartments on this side here. We also have the generator over there, so there will be a photo for that as well a little bit later on. Water and sewage bay. This one we're gonna skip. And then we've got the driver mid compartments, which are these guys on this side here. These are the mid compartments. Actually, I'm gonna go back here and I see the water sewage bay. I found it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that photo as well. While I have it open here, might as well get that. Perfect. So as you can see, it's really easy to navigate between the different photos that you're taking. If you wanna go back to a previous one that you missed, you can always go back to that one. If you wanna skip a photo, you can always skip one. And then if you go to a photo here and you wanna retake it, you always have the option to retake as well. I'm happy with this one. Let's go next. And it's gonna ask for a slide tray. This RV doesn't have a slide tray, so let's skip that one. The battery bay doesn't have a battery. Generator we got right here. Let's get a close up on that. Click on next. LP is the propane tank, which we're gonna skip for now. And let's close these doors here and head to the front driver compartment. All right, a good shot from here. There's no battery compartment. We're gonna go next. This RV doesn't have any exterior camera system other than the rear view cameras, so we're gonna click next. And at this point in the capture, for the exterior, we've done all the guided steps. Now you get the option to add additional custom photos if you wanted to. So if there was any aspect from the exterior that maybe you missed, you could always take the photo now. For example, here, I'm gonna take a photo of this exterior portion, get a nice shot of that, nice close-up of that. And at this point, you can either name it Custom 1, or you can actually give it its own name, so you can give it a custom name as you need it. Another one I could take, for example, is the side view mirrors. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one of these. And then here, as you can see, I can customize the name and just call it side view mirrors. And click done, click next. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to take any more custom photos, so I'm just going to skip the rest of them for now. And we're going to go into the next section, which is going to be the interior panoramic shots. So let's go get that done. At this point, we're going to want our 360 camera, and we're going to take a look inside the RV. So let's get inside and get ourselves set up for this. So when I start the 360 capture, the panoramic capture is going to ask me to select which camera type. Usually you want to make sure that this is all set up beforehand and it's connected to your phone at least once before you go ahead and do your first capture. This will ensure that it's really smooth and it connects automatically whenever you want to go ahead and start your virtual tour. This one is an Insta360 camera. So from there, I can just click reconnect. Make sure that the camera is turned on. So we're going to turn that on real quick. And then we're going to give it a second here and retry. All right, there you go. So once you click reconnect and you've got your Insta360 camera connected to the app, you're actually going to see on the app a preview of the camera, and it's going to prompt you here. This first photo that it's asking for is the entrance photo. So what we're going to do is set up the camera here right on the entrance, and then we're going to go over here. So we're going to get out of the frame of the camera, and I'm going to go ahead, and as long as we're out of the frame, it's all good. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the photo. So generally speaking, if you can, whenever you're taking the 360 cameras, I would recommend stepping outside of the vehicle. As you can see here, I am slightly visible in that photo, but I think it's okay just for sample purposes. And then we're going to click on next. And now it's prompting me to take a photo of the kitchen. So for the kitchen here, I want to open up the panels here from the countertop so we can really show the full sink and the stovetop. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And for these shots, generally speaking, you want the 360 camera to be about eye level. It gives the best perspective. So around this height would be good. I'm going to set it up right here in front of the kitchen, so it gets a full view of the kitchen. And then for this shot here, we're going to actually make sure that we have a good view here, and then we're going to come take a step outside for the photo. All right. Once we've stepped outside, we know we're not in frame. We're going to go ahead and take the photo. Just takes a second. Once you've captured the photo, it's going to show you a preview again, as it does with the other photos. And you can go ahead and make sure that you got everything you need here. And the photo looks great. 360 view, we got all the angles. And we're going to click next. Now it's asking for living area. I'm going to do the same thing. Set up the camera. Just move it over to the living area. Get a better view from here. Maybe I'll do one from this angle. And then again, step out. So you can take as many interior panoramics as you want. If you feel like the living area covers most of the area, most of what you want to show, you don't need to do individual sections. But this is really up to you guys, how in-depth you want the 360 virtual tour to be, and how many panoramic photos you want to show. Sleeping area. Now we're going to go back in and move the camera for the bedroom. And here I'm going to set this up right here in the back where the bedroom is. I'm going to post it up right in the corner. Once it's set up there, I'm just going to close this door here so that there's no view from me, and then we can go ahead and take that photo as well. All right, sleeping area is done. And as you can see here, we've got a nice view of the bedroom. Clicking next. And now it has another one for bedroom. For this one, what I like to do is actually put the camera right on the bed. Just get a different angle on it, just like this. This is again optional. If you're happy with the initial shot that got the entire bedroom, that's good. If you want to take one like this while the camera's on the bed, you can do that as well. And then I'm just going to close the door and go ahead and take that shot. Beautiful. So here's what that looks like. Good view of the bedroom. And we're going next. Now we got the bathroom. So for the bathroom, same idea as before. We're going to grab the camera here. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we're going to close this door, extend the hole again so that it's about eye level. There you go. Set it up right in the middle of the bathroom. And for this one, I'm going to leave the door open, but I'm just going to get out of the frame. So I'm going to move over here and make sure I get a good view and go ahead and take that photo. All right, we're getting there, guys. So we're happy with that. We're going to click next. Bathroom 2, if it's a bigger RV, it might have 2 bathrooms, so I'm going to skip it for this one. Bunks, this one doesn't have any bunks, so we're also going to skip this photo. Driver's cab, so that's going to be back at the front of the cab. So let's go ahead and close these doors and head to the front. So from here, I'm gonna set this up right in the front of the cab. And again, for this one, let's take a step outside and take the final shots. You can close the door if you want. Just gonna do it like that. And take that photo as well. There you go. And we got a good shot of the front cab. From here, again, you can also retake this or just click next. And then we're gonna skip this one. And then again, for the panoramics, it does give you the option for additional custom ones. If there's anything that you think you missed from the interior, maybe you wanna take a photo of the bathroom, you can always do that. So we're gonna do one custom one here, just as an example. Not the bathroom, I meant the shower. Since in this RV, the shower is a separate room, I'm actually gonna set one up right here and get a sample in the shower just so someone can see what it looks like in here. So again, these are all optional, extra photos that can be taken to really give a potential buyer a full view of what they are buying. So go ahead and take that shot right in the shower. And beautiful. So we got the shower shot. Let's click next. And I'm gonna skip the rest of the custom photos for now. So perfect. We just finished all the panoramic photos. The final step for this is gonna be the interior close-ups, which is gonna be prompted again and guided. So it's gonna tell you exactly what photos to take. So let's go ahead and get those started. Just close this shower. I can also turn off my 360 camera. And let's go ahead with the cockpit. That's the next shot here for the interior close-ups. I'm gonna switch my field of view to the ultra wide, which will give me a nice perspective on the cockpit, and go ahead and take that photo. All right, now we got the dashboard, which is gonna be this area right here. I'm gonna keep it on the standard lens, get a nice close-up here of all the controls and of the front dash. And then we got the driver's seat. So let's go ahead and take that. Clicking next. We got the passengers. These ones are relatively simple. Just want to get positioned for the shot. Make sure we get it in frame. Go ahead to the next one. All right, center console. It's right here. And then the overhead cabinets are right here. So with these shots, you can switch to ultra wide, make sure you get to all the overhead cabinets. If you want, you can also open up some of the cabinets just to show what kind of storage is in there. Again, these are a really personal choice. Overhead TV, this specific RV doesn't have an overhead TV, so I'm gonna skip that. The overhead bunk would be right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot of the overhead bunk. If you want, you can also bring it down and show it extended. For this example, I'm just gonna show it as it's at the top. The leveling jacks are gonna be right here on the front dashboard, so let's go ahead and get those photos. And next up here is the dishwasher. So again, this RV doesn't have a dishwasher. For the living area, generally these ones that have like the general area, I wanna switch the lens to the ultra wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get a nice view of the entire living area, just like this. We got the control panel, which is right on this side here. All right, next up is the couch. So with these motorhomes, obviously we wanna get a lot of good quality photos. This is like a second home to people, and there's gonna be a lot of photos to take. All right, over couch cabinets, it's gonna be right here. And this is, again, customized by dealer. Some dealers might wanna take more photos, some dealers might wanna take less. You get the option of up to 60 to 80 photos, but if you wanna take only 30 photos, you're also welcome to do that. We're gonna go next. The bunk beds, this one doesn't have it. Doesn't have any love seats or recliner. Entertainment center would just be this area right here. You got the TV and the fireplace. And then we got the interior TV. Let's get a close-up on that. So it doesn't have a desk. Got some cabinets here, so we got the overhead cabinets. Or really any storage that you might think is helpful. Pantry. Again, if the RV has a specific pantry, you can always show that. This one doesn't have a pantry, but it has some cool cabinets here, so I'm gonna get a photo of this. Let me get a shot like this angle here. Perfect. Now we got the fireplace. Of course, if the fireplace is functioning, it's always a good idea to turn it on so you can show the fireplace on, but for the example here, I'm going to leave it off. Get a nice close-up of the fireplace. Now we got the kitchen. So again, with this shot here, I think it would be best to get an ultra-wide lens. This way I can get the fridge, the microwave, the sink, as well as the oven all in one frame. And then if you want, you can also open the fridge up if you want to show what's inside. But you know, this is something that I like to do. You just have to make sure you get the photo really quick before the door closes. So I'm pretty happy with that shot. As you can see, we got everything we want in this frame. Let's go next and take care of the dining area. So with this stuff here, I'm going to quickly remove the table panels. These back over here. Just a little moving around. And we got the dining area. And for this shot, I'm going to switch to ultra wide. Fridge. So again, I already took a photo with the fridge open, so this one I'm just going to do closed fridge, just show the overall size and how it sits relative to the rest of the RV. Table and booth, same as the dining area, so I'm not going to retake the same photo. Let's go next and do the microwave. For this shot, I like to open the microwave, show what's inside, and you get a good idea of how big the microwave is. Booth drawers, so that's going to be right over here. And I go ahead here and open some of these drawers, just so we can showcase all the available storage. There we go. Over that. Close these doors. Go to the next step here. Got the cooktop. Now we're going into the bathroom. So follow me. Let's go into the bathroom. Alrighty. From here, open up the store. And I'm going to switch it to the ultra wide, as I mentioned earlier. And get a nice angle here. Perfect. Next one, we got the countertop. This is back in the kitchen, or it could also be the countertop in the bathroom. Really up to you. Let me put this down for a second and close off these. A nice photo of the clean countertop. All right. The oven here. Shower. Put it right here. Again, I'm going to switch to ultra wide. That's good enough. Not good. And then the shower head, or the shower miser, if it has it. You can take a photo of that. Linen closet would be right here in the bedroom. So let's get this shot right here. Just like that. All right. The sink. Always open this. This is maybe like an additional sink that they might have, or you can just take a sink of the photo of the kitchen sink, which is what I'm going to do. That's the close up. And under some cabinets. All right, let's go next. Finally, we got the toilet. Just quickly go and do that. And a shot of the bedroom. So let's go ahead and get the wide angle lens again. And just like this, I think it's a good angle. I got the bed. Since I already got the bedroom, I don't really need a photo of the bed, but if you wanted a close-up of just the bed, you can do that. Just for the sake of sample here, I'm going to go ahead. Skip this one. Finally, we got under bed storage. Let's lift this up here, see what we got underneath. And then the over bed cabinets. So this bedroom does have some cabinets up here. I'm going to open up two of them just so you can see what the space is under there. Behind there, I mean. And then finally, we got a photo of the closet here. So let's open up these doors. Perfect. All right, guys, so those are all the interior shots. And again, you do have the option here of taking some custom photos. I'm gonna go ahead and close all these doors. Since this bedroom does have a TV, I will take one custom photo here of the bedroom TV. Go ahead and take there. And I'm gonna label this one as bedroom TV. Perfect. Now let's continue. Finally, washer dryer. This one doesn't have a washer dryer. Another custom photo that you can take. This is a great example where this RV was actually signed by Tiffin, the manufacturer of this RV. So this is a cool kind of unique feature of this RV. And because of that, I will take this as a custom shot and go ahead and take a photo of that signature from the manufacturer. All right, guys, I'm pretty happy with that. It's asking for a couple more shots here. Chest drawers, it doesn't have. And then all the custom photos, I'm just gonna skip them. And then we are all done there, guys. So thank you so much for coming along with me on that. I'm gonna click save. From there, it's gonna load the photos and upload them to the server. And once it's on your dashboard, on your web platform, it's gonna process the images and then it's gonna push the virtual tour right to your website. And we're gonna look at a sample of that.
All right, guys, now that we're back in the office, we're gonna take a look at the results. So we have the virtual tour that was fully processed and uploaded onto the Glow 3D dashboard. I'm gonna make this full screen here and we're gonna see what we've created. As you can see right now, we have the virtual 360 spin from the exterior of the RV. All the frames here are looking quite good. I'm happy with the way this looks. And we even have a hotspot here that we added manually to the 360 spin, which can be very easily done from your web app on the computer. There will be a separate video that walks you through how to add custom hotspots to your virtual tour. For this example, we just added a photo hotspot of the generator on the side of the RV. But you can also add video content or documents or YouTube links, as well as images as individual hotspots to your virtual 360. So this is your 360 from the exterior, and then we can also navigate to the inside of the vehicle. From here, you're going to notice at the bottom, there's going to be a bar that allows you to navigate to different areas of the RV. We're starting off with the entrance, and you get a good view of the opening of the front door here, as well as all sides of the vehicle. We can also explore other areas of the RV from this panel. So here's the living area. Let's go into the bedroom. And then we'll bring it back to the driver's cab, which was right up front. And in this sample, we also created one custom panoramic photo. The custom photo was taken from inside the shower, and you can see that right here. Perfect. On the interior panoramic shots, you're also able to add custom hotspots. So let's take a look at that. There you go. And here we have a hotspot of the front dashboard. So these can be added after the fact once your photos are processed, and on the web dashboard you can go ahead and apply some custom hotspots if you wish to do so. The next panel here, or the next item on your footer menu, will be the gallery item. The gallery will show all the images that you captured. Here you can scroll the bottom footer menu and go through all the different photos, and they're all labeled as well with the standard labels that we have for the images. So we can go through here and just review everything, make sure we're happy with all the photos. We have a few custom photos here that were taken. And then we're going to continue to the next section. We've also automatically applied a floor plan to the virtual tour. So your player will automatically have a floor plan that's uploaded for that specific make and model of RV. And you can see that right here. The next section will have a section here for documents. This is an optional item that can be added on the back end. If you wanted to upload a brochure or any other PDFs, it can be uploaded to the documents section. Now we've got some of the video content.
Welcome to another review from
The first video here is called a walk around video. This was actually created
Marine
with a short 2-minute video that I actually recorded of the RV. I went through different parts of the RV, and then we added an intro and ending video to the clip. So the intro and ending video are preset, and then it's automatically added and put together on your player. And then you're also going to hear music options that you can overlay on the video.
This pre-owned 2016 Tiffin Allegro impresses with 2,980 miles. Equipped with a 6.8-liter V10 engine delivering 320 horsepower and an automatic transmission. Notable features include dual slide-outs for extra space, a spacious interior height of 7 feet.
And of course, that voiceover is also fully automated. It's going to speak about the different features of the RV and highlight different parts of it. From here, I'm going to skip to the end, And at the end of the video, you're going to notice another exit or ending slide, and that's how the video ends.
For more details or to explore our extensive inventory, contact Colton RV Marine today.
So that's our walk around video. Now we also have a section here for RV reviews. This is actually pulled from YouTube channels, and these are all going to be third-party reviews. A lot of these different types of media that we offer on the player are all there to help a potential buyer make a decision while they're visiting your website. So this way they don't have to leave the website, go to YouTube, do their own research. They actually get all of the information that they might need right here on your page. And then here you can just click on any of the videos here if you wanted to watch a YouTube review. And again, these are all third-party reviews from various YouTube channels that are available online.
Danville, Kentucky.
And then the next section here is our video tour. Our video tour is a little different from the walk around in that you don't have to record any videos yourself. This is going to be completely auto-generated from the images that were taken throughout the capture process, and the voiceovers and music is also fully auto-generated. So there's no extra work needed from your photographer or your lot coordinator, and this will be completely automated. And we can also share this not only on your website through our player here, but also to any social media platforms or accounts that you want to be more active on, such as YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Going to skip to the end there, and here there'll be an ending slide as well to showcase where the dealership is located. So if this was posted on a social media platform, then that potential viewer could actually link back to your website, creating more traffic for you and potentially generating a new lead into your website. The next section here would be your feature list. Feature list is just going to showcase all the different features of the RV. And then we have a few more tools here at the end that are mostly around lead generation. So this will allow you to collect some leads from your website traffic based on what a buyer might be looking for. So the trade-in would be a potential website visitor that might be looking to trade in their current RV, and they can provide contact information here so you can reach out to them and give them a valuation on their trade-in. And then the request a video would be if someone wanted a personalized video with a little bit more details, or maybe they had some additional questions, they could send you their contact information, and you would get the ability to send them what we call a social video. This can be sent as an SMS link directly to the contact, and will be a personalized video message that helps answer any questions that they might have. Then we also have the option here for a visitor to request a Carfax report. And finally, we have YS Media, and the YS Media would essentially be any sort of content that you as a dealership would like to showcase to let someone know why they might want to choose you as a dealership, what makes you guys special, what helps you guys stand out. And that comes to the end of it. So this is everything that we will show on your player here, starting with, of course, the 360 spin. And again, everything can be customized and further edited from the web dashboard here on your main panel. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions, please leave something in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye for now.